So I've had a request to cover Recon and Stealth in Wargame Red Dragon, so let's start off by saying it's a big topic, so my aim here is to keep it simple and cover the basics. A big shout out to Water over on the official forums, whose thread I'll link below, as he worked out a lot of the distances for what I'm going to talk about. And I'll talk about Stealth and then Recon, as that just makes more sense to me to do it that way. So first, size doesn't matter, other than the fact that it allows the unit that's reconning you to see what you are. Otherwise, it's about the stealth rating, which each unit has, as you can see in the pane here. And I'll just click through a few units so you can see the different variants. Now, before I start a quick game, just to show you units hidden and unhidden, I just want to mention, there's a lot of confusion for new players, I think. On the map, you have deep forests, and then there are these other areas that look like there would be lesser forests or brush areas with lots of bushes in. Those areas are not cover. They don't provide a hiding place for your troops, it's just normal ground. So I just want to get that out of the way now, because I know it's confused a few people. So I just booted up a quick game just to quickly show you units in Stealth. So anyway your mouse turns deeper blue, aka dense forest basically, is where you can hide your units. If a unit is flashing like these are, then they're in Stealth. If a unit is not flashing, they're visible. Now, if you have units that are stealthed or hidden, like this, and then they become solid, it means that the enemy can see them, whether that's by just another normal unit seeing them, or by a recon unit seeing them. Here, my Marines are in buildings. Buildings can hide infantry, and they're actually the best place for infantry to hide because they're the hardest to see, and they're also giving them the most protection. Whereas infantry that are in the forest can take a lot more damage very easily. So if you're going to put units of infantry anywhere, buildings are a good place to put them. Simple as that. Welcome back to the deck screen. Let's talk about the recon units now. I'm going to click through a few of them so you can see the stats, but basically what we want to focus on is the optics. Optics are either good, very good, or exceptional, or at least they should be at that level for any recon unit. If it's less than that, then definitely don't take it. Exceptional will obviously let you see the units from the furthest distance, and then it will decrease from there. I think the best way to visualize that is to have a look at these tables. The first one is in the open field. This is data extrapolated from the work that Water did on line of sight and recon. So as you can see, you've got the optics down one side and the stealth across the top, and it shows you how close you need to be or how far away you need to be to see units in an open field. Now if I switch to the next one, this is to see units in a forest or hedge line. What you might be noticing by now is that a lot of these recon units have to get pretty close and usually within weapons range to actually see the units. And finally, let's have a look at infantry in urban sectors. So as you can see, you have to get very close to be able to see them. That is why it is the best place to put infantry, full stop. Obviously all these numbers are approximations and from testing that Water did. So there's no guarantee that the numbers are perfect, but it gives you a representative idea. So as we continue to keep this simple, I will touch on one last thing, and that's line of sight. So you have a recon unit and you're trying to see the enemy. If you do not have a direct visual line of sight to that enemy unit, if it's in a hedge line or a building or even an open field, then you cannot see it. If your recon unit is behind some trees or it's behind some buildings and cannot visually see that unit, then it will not show up. You have to have line of sight to be able to see it. Now that's an extremely basic rundown of stealth and recon in Wargame. My advice is to experiment with it yourself so you can get a feel for exactly where you need to keep your recon units in relation to what you're trying to see. And my takeaway message would be, if you can get them, you want exceptional optics on your units. Other than that, thanks very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I also, as ever, do appreciate feedback, both positive and negative. And if you have any other suggestions for videos you would like to see about Wargame, then please make sure you comment below.